starting here in Canyonlands National Park in southern Utah. This is our first time visiting the park, and the drive-in was just so amazing. So I can't wait for the rest of this trip. We are doing a 3-day backpacking trip. We're starting here at the Elephant Hill Trailhead, and today we're only going about 4 miles or so to Chesler Park, and that's where we'll be camping. The trail should be mainly flat with a bit of elevation at the end. It's pretty cold. It's about 23 degrees, so we need to get moving to warm up. As you can tell from the snow on the ground, it is winter conditions in the park. It's actually December 22nd, so we are just a few days before Christmas. My body's warming up already, but the tips of my fingers are still kind of numb. We're in the sun, it's warming up, so we are going to take off some layers before we sweat, and that should help keep us nice and dry. What a beautiful, perfect W for Wisconsin. That's where Lyle's originally from. Sometimes the trail isn't that obvious, so you kind of have to look around for the next marker. You can see over here, there's a branch that's laying across that trail, so that's probably a no. And if I look really closely, I see steps right there, so that must be where we're going. Mile in, and except for that first initial ascent, it's been a gradual rolling landscape, and these boulders are so huge and round, and they're so cute. We just rounded the bend, and look, wow, our very first view of the Needles. Oh, and by the way, we are in the Needles district. So we're 1.5 miles in from the parking lot, and we have about 1.4 miles left to get to Chesler Park. That was such a spectacular view after we passed that rock formation, but now we're about to leave it and enter another area, and I wonder if the views will be even better. Don't think I'm gonna fit in here with my pack. After squeezing through the narrow rock passage, we come out to this, and I feel like we're encircled in a ring of needles, and we're like 2 needles in the middle of a ring of needles. It looks narrow, but I think we'll fit. Coming out the other side of that narrow passage. Our new view is gorgeous, and the way down is so much fun. Stunning view out of that natural window. the Chesler Park viewpoint, and our campsite is about a mile away beyond those spires over there. And the view back from where we came from is just amazing. I like that rock formation. It looks like they're out on a date and he's whispering secrets into her ears. It's so sweet. Saw a family of 5 deer back there, and we're getting close to camp. We're on flat ground from here on out. We're done with the climbing, and it's nice and soft sand. We made it to campsite number 5. It has a really grand open view. But we explored campsite 4 and it was in a much more protected spot. Plus it had a slot canyon right next to it that we want to go into and see. So I think we're gonna go back and camp at campsite number 4. We just backtracked 700 steps and we are at campsite number 4, home for tonight. All right, our tent is up. We are pretty much done for the day. Today we walked about 5.2 miles. It wasn't long, but it was tiresome because my pack was pretty heavy. There are no water sources here, so I have about 4 liters of water in my pack. Plus, it's supposed to be super cold tonight, and I'm a wimp when it comes to sleeping in the cold. So I have 2 sleeping bags with me. That's why it's so heavy. But the park is so serene right now. There's no one else around. In fact, we only saw about 6 other people throughout our hike today. So it's just been a magical time out here. Plus, our campsite is so cool. There's a lot of cool features that I want to show you. So the first feature, which is really fun, is that we have a front porch right here that is made of this nice flat rock, and we've got little sitting rocks, and it's perfect to view the sunset. Feature number 2, we have a backyard through this slot canyon. And it has an incredible view of where we walked through earlier. Another feature is this fun rock formation that we can climb up to. And finally, we have our very own exclusive tunnel through the rock that takes us through to the other side, with the perfect sitting ledge for a spectacular view of the Needles. And best of all, we have no neighbors. This is all ours. We're done for the day. Only one more thing left, waiting for the sunset. It's the morning of day 2. It's cold. So we're heading out a little bit later than we planned. Today we are going to Druid Arch. It's gonna be about 6 to 7 miles. fun trail full of obstacles and climbing up and then down and up and down, and now we have this icy slide. I wonder if we just slide on down. Just don't fall down the cliff. Druid Arch, that way. After all the climbing up and down, we've been walking in this rocky wash for a while. It's really pretty with lots of frozen puddles of ice. Finally see the arch. Now we just gotta climb up some rocks and get a better view. There's a ladder, makes it easier. And a little bar so you don't slide off. Druid Arch. The hike here was much more fun and varied in terrain than we thought. We got here and the sun came out and the sky is blue and there's white clouds everywhere. It was all gray and dreary on our way here, but here's our prize. Yay! The arch is really cool. It looks like a cat just sitting there looking out the window. And I got to make my heart in snow. We're done here though. It's time to go back to camp. So we made it back to camp. Druid Arch was beautiful. It was so unique. You know, when you think of arches, I think of like more curved, like round, but this was very geometric shape. And it was immense. It was very impressive. But we're back and we still have a lot of daytime left. So we think we're gonna pack up and leave. Yesterday on our way in, we met a day hiker and he had just been to Arches and said it was just beautiful out there. So I think we're gonna cut our time here short and see if we can take a trip over to Arches. All packed up and ready to go. to Jupe in really good time. The sun is just setting now, and as we were walking back, it was just so beautiful. The colors of the terrain just changed as the sun got lower and lower in the sky. But yeah, we're here, and we're gonna go over to Arches tomorrow, and that'll be our last day in Utah.